Hi, I'm Rachel Giroux. I'm the art teacher here at Utah Virtual Academy. When you're deciding what art classes to take or what electives to take, it's important to line your classes with your interests and that you know what you're getting into. So let's take a look at our classes real quick. So foundational classes that everybody should take, in my opinion, are Fine Art A, Fine Art B, and Digital Photography. Now, if you liked the post-production editing and digital photography, you'll want to continue with image design because we get into a lot more of that. And I'm going to explain all of this in detail later, but just want you to know those basic classes are going to be Fine Art A, Fine Art B, and digital photography. It's going to start getting more advanced as you get into image design, but I think this is a class that everybody would enjoy. Now, for advanced artists, Digital Arts 1 and 2, 3D art, this is modeling and animation 1 and 2. I just want to caution you before you register for these classes and make sure that you understand what you're getting into. So let's take a look at each of them one by one. Fine Art A. All right, so you're going to get some art history in this class. So if you love art and you like learning about artists like Da Vinci and Rembrandt and Michelangelo, this is going to be the class for you. Not only are you going to learn about art and artists, you're also going to get to dabble and do some clay work and some painting. And we are going to be studying cultures from around the world. Students will do drawings. So you'll basically get a drawing, a painting, a sculpture, and probably another painting. There's multimedia options. So as you can see, this is all student work. Beautiful work inspired by different cultures and different artists. I love this class. Don't be intimidated by the quality of this artwork. I'm telling you, students are just amazing at what they can pull off in this class. You just have to have a little bit of guts and go for it. And what I love about working with art online is that students have disposal to all of these found objects in their house that they can use, that you can't do that in school. You'd have to lug it all to school with you. So I love this class. Everybody should take Fine Art A. Fine Art B. Another fantastic class. We're going to be getting now into the Baroque period, the Rococo, Romanticism, going into modern art. And students are really going to start getting expressive in their clay work. Look at that beautiful contrast between light and shadow. And they're going to actually draw that contrast that they're seeing. This is called chiaroscuro, and this becomes really important in our evolution artistically. Beautiful work. And then we'll also dabble with a little bit of realism and naturalism, and we will juxtapose or contrast that with impressionistic techniques. So students once again will get to paint and try different artistic styles and juxtapose those styles side by side. And then we'll do some modern art. Students have a lot of freedom here. Like I said, found objects, awesome opportunity to just get really creative and have fun. And don't be afraid. We could do some collage, some multimedia in this class. Excellent. Love the way that pops off the paper. So if you like modern art, you like Monet and Van Gogh and Picasso and Kandinsky, this is the class for you. Digital photography. Now, I don't know anybody that doesn't carry around a camera. They're on your cell phone. So yes, you can use any camera in this class. If you have a cell phone, you'd be amazed at how many awesome apps there are that you can download for free on your phone and get some really cool techniques. We'll be doing light painting in this class. We'll be converting images to black and white. Post-production, that means after you've taken your pictures and upload them to the computer, you'll be learning some Photoshop techniques where you can get that splash of color for emphasis. So much fun. And that famous bokeh technique where something is really nice and sharp in your foreground, your subject, and the background is nice and blurry. Get those pretty bokeh lights. We're doing bokeh and creating some messages with meaning. Yes, photography is a great opportunity to do that. Everyone loves photography. Did I mention you can use any camera that you want to in this class? And if you have a fancy DSLR, another word for just a digital camera with one of those nice lenses, you will learn how to use it in this class. So get that out of the closet and dust it off and get ready to learn to use all those complicated manual settings in this class. And if you've just got a cell phone camera, you'll be maximizing your potential to use a cell phone camera as well. So, and pocket cameras, any camera in between those two will work as well. Image design. So let's say you took that digital photography class and you really liked learning how to Photoshop. You liked working in that program GIMP, that's the free version, and you want to take it further. You want to see what else that program can do. Well, image design is the class for you then. You get to take photographs and you learn how to manipulate them in different ways. It's fantastic. You will love image design. Look at all those filters. Excellent. And you can get really abstract and have a lot of fun in image design. Digital arts. All right, so this is getting into our more advanced courses. Why advanced? Because we are starting to use a program that is not raster based. Like pictures are raster based. They're all made up of little pixels, right? This is vector drawing, and vectors are made of mathematical formulas. It's not as easy to learn how to use this program. It's not as intuitive. It takes a lot of commitment to learn how to use vector-based programs, but the payoff is fantastic. Digital Arts 1 is going to focus on the elements of art. We're going to have a lot of fun. You can learn how to use some filters and learn to use the Bezier tool and how to create some 3D. It's beautiful. And the text tool. We'll also just let students play with shapes. Shapes, remember in kindergarten, they were the foundation of building anything. If you wanted to do a house, what shapes did you have to use to build a house? Students are going to be exploring shapes and color and value and space. You guys will make a textbook in this class. You can dedicate it to your favorite teacher. And we have contests where you get to vote for a winner. You'll learn about interesting artists and you'll try to make art that mimics their work. And look at this, you're gonna learn how to draw. And I know that this is amazing, isn't it? It really is. With a little bit of practice, even somebody who would not normally consider themselves good at drawing can draw just like this by tracing. It's amazing. So if you are interested in taking another step further in the advanced direction of art, I recommend Digital Arts 1. It is all computer-based. Digital Arts 2. All right, so you can take everything that you ever learned from Digital Arts 1 and apply it to this class, but this class is going to get a little more structured. We are now starting to focus on students that are thinking about taking digital arts to the next level as a career. Okay, so if you're really liking what you're doing with the vector-based program and you are thinking about having a career in digital or graphic arts, then you will want to take this class. Okay, we're going to be focusing on principles of design now. So we're going to be learning different techniques that you can use in Inkscape to create repetition and pattern and contrast, variety, movement, rhythm, proportion, balance, emphasis and dominance, harmony and unity. So lots of little techniques now. Last class was a little more intuitive. This one's going to be following step by step and learning some techniques in there that are not going to be obvious. You're going to learn how to make some patterns and logos and create depth and three-dimensionality. And just, once again, it is fun. Don't get me wrong. This is a fun class, but it is just going to teach you some of those techniques that will advance your graphic arts work to the new level. and any of those digital arts classes, if we ever have a real world situation, like we need someone to design a logo, we need someone to design a poster for our outings, we need someone to make a design for t-shirts. Right now, we're going to be designing a backdrop for graduation photos. These projects get handed off to you digital arts students. We let you do it, and then they will choose a design to use. So some of your designs in these classes may be actually used in the real world, which is awesome. And finally, in that advanced level, and this is even more advanced, okay? This is 3D modeling and animation 1 and 2, okay? You do need to take part 1 before you take part 2. So if you ever noticed you are registered in part 2 of this class on accident before part 1, you need to contact your counselor immediately and get that taken care of, okay? All right, so think of Pixar when you're thinking of 3D modeling animation. We're not thinking about modeling a science fair project out of clay or making a cell out of cake and frosting. We're not talking about, you know, hands-on stuff here. We are talking about and animation looks really glamorous, but I want you to be aware of what is going on behind the scenes with animation. This is the program that we use in animation class. It's called Blender, and this is time-lapse photography. So this is somebody who is moving very quickly already as it is, and it's fast forwarded. So be aware that if you are signing up for 3D animation, this is what you're signing up for. You're actually modeling characters, and then later on you will also learn how to add bones to your characters, and you will learn how to make your bones move just like our bones in our bodies do, and you will capture that movement, and that is what makes animation. So if you're interested in learning this art craft, this is the class for you, but do know that it is a commitment. There is a learning curve, and this is not for the faint of heart. That concludes this little synopsis of the classes that we have here, and I hope you found a few classes that looked interesting for you, and I look forward to seeing you in our classes.